Everybody, it's Friday, yay! And I got a couple of journals to share. This is a small one, and it's just a cutie patootie. It's 7 by 4.5, and for the front cover, I made a real pretty. It's just some muslin and some lace I sewed together for the tie. And it is a cocktail napkin. And it has this real pretty stitched, embroidered pocket here, but it's not really a pocket that you can put something in. And then it's got this pretty little lace border. You can tell it was well loved. And instead of gluing something down onto it, I made a little pocket holder here that you can just pull out. And it's made out of a recipe book page, and it's got an image of a archway and just some ephemera. And there you can see, look, you got a cheesecake. Groundbreaking Sunday cheesecake. Interesting. And then inside, I put a piece of ephemera on a card here that opens up. Love that edge. And it just sticks right back in here. There he goes. But I thought it made an interesting, different front for a book. And then on the inside, real pretty. And then the stitching, of course, on the other side from where I sewed it down, which I thought was kind of neat too. So I left it as is. And then the image. And opening it up, we've got a textured pocket here with part of a book page and a pretty lady in the garden. And then I added a guest check card that I decorated, and it's got a tuck spot with a little made out of a little envelope, part of a crochet doily there, and a little bit of washi up top. And then inside the envelope, I put 3 cute little tags, little mini tags. It tucks right behind there. And on every single one of these pages, I use some form of ephemera and then decorated over it. So that's the first. And then it's got some sheer craft paper and a nice little card with line paper with faint lines there. Oops. Whoopsie. Wait a minute. There we go. Got a tuck spot here, behind there too. And then a little card inside with some ephemera. This is part of a French book page where the owner got it at a estate sale, and they wrote translations on and stuff with a nice lined card to write on. And one here too. I wanted some of this to show, so I cut this card down because I thought the color was so pretty. Some pretty pansies. Over here's another tuck spot. This is a piece of ephemera that I got at Greenwood Flea Market that's here. Well, it's in Greenwood. And it was typewritten. It was from 1953. And it was a newspaper writer, columnist for food. And anyway, I used the original ephemera there and did a little stamping. And then I put some flowers here for the pocket and an interesting vintage family there with a card. And some ephemera here with a thread. But I like that look. And okay, that's one. Got some fabrics here, different kinds of fabrics. More ephemera, but the date is 3/29/1878. I thought that was neat. And it's handwritten with some lined paper here. And a little tuck spot here with a card. I like this ephemera because it says journal. Look at little dude. This is a newspaper clipping back here. It's not the real thing. I printed it, and then I put a card here with a pretty lady and part of a book page there. And then it's lined paper on the inside, which I thought was neato bonito. Okay. Part of a postcard here. It says 1913. I love the dates on these things. Just love them. And some lined paper. And I just let some of the pages just hang over. This is from a vintage recipe book that I have. And I'm making a book right now that I just love. I mean, that's the natural color. Isn't it beautiful? So I'm using all those for the backgrounds of the next book, and it's just turning out so cute. Little tuck spot over here with a tag. I like these because you can write on those too. This is a real postcard that I got at an estate sale. It's not a printed, and I cut it in half, and that's all the natural aging. I didn't do anything to it, and I put ephemera behind it, and for prettiness, and then put some cards, tuck some cards in, and then put a bunch of different fabrics here and here with a little lace flower. Over here is another little tuck spot with a cutie patootie card. I just love that. Love the fuzzies. Y'all know how much I love those fuzzies. And all these can be written on too, or you could add pictures, you know, like I do. Doesn't have to fit, you know, it can hang over the edge. That's what I do. Another pretty image here with the original ephemera. Over here is another tuck spot with a Rolodex card. And then I used a book that I have where everybody hand wrote their recipes. That's a little Tim Holtz girl. And part of a shoelace here with a card with the fuzzies. One for behind and one for in the front.
Hey.
Love that.
Hey, hang on.
And then over here, there we go. A piece of ephemera with a piece of vintage paper. And then I just put some plain paper here for extra writing. More lined paper here. I just love how that looks. And ephemera here with just a couple of different fabrics, like 4 different fabrics, in a nice place for writing. This is a bit different, and I'm really liking it. Over here is a vintage postcard. It's not the real thing. This is one I printed. And then I put a card there, but that is the ephemera. And look, the date. I tried to save it. The date is January 15th, 1958 was when that letter was written, which I thought was neat. So I saved that section. I try to, you know, if I see something cool on there, I'm going to try and work around it because, you know, that gives it character and life again. I love giving old things new life. Got a tuck spot here inside the envelope and one behind with some sari silk there. Not sari silk, seam binding. I think I'm going to shorten that. I think I would like that a little shorter. There. Cute. And then this pocket is the same as in the front. Just a different lady playing the piano with part of an old dictionary, and this is a textured pocket, and inside I put a letter, and I stuffed it with some cardstock, some paper, just some coffee dyed paper. And he goes right there. And then I'm going to tie him back up. I'm going to make y'all watch me tie this back up with my fumbly fingers. Isn't that terrible? Shame on me. But I really like how this came out. It's different, and you know, I wanted to use a lot of my ephemera that I have. I'm yanking out I've got a pile on my desk, y'all, full of that stuff that I'm want to use in this next journal. I just love it. Like, this is the natural aging. That's just what I'm into right now. You know, we switch constantly from what we're interested in at the time. And there's the back, and there's the spine, and that's the story. So I've got one more video to do, and I will be back very shortly in that video to chat with you again. Bye-bye, everybody.